Good morning, Azeroth. It is the 12th of December 2024. Grab your morning beverage and welcome to the stream. We'll be PvPing on our Mage again today. Swapping it up by doing a bit of solo shuffle with our Blitz. See if that helps us get up to that 1800 rating in the other queue. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're all doing well today. You're almost through the week. Keep yourselves warm. Keep yourselves hydrated. You've got this. Alright, Ruffius, let's see what you've got.
We have a tight schedule.
Random battlegrounds. Solo shuffle. Ashka Het Sparks. Get queued up. Cooking impossible. Gather ingredients around the farm, bring them back to your cook. First to gather enough wins. Beat the opposing faction's thumper to gain the allegiance. Odd? Well, we'll see if that actually works today. Let's get queued up for the other two. Alright. First things first, hand in our herbalism and mining quests. And we'll head on over to Spider Town.
Interrupted. May rook nor ram take you far.
Finally managed to get down Zekfir yesterday, double question mark. Felt really good and was very glad to get it over with before the next patch came along. The ring would have made it much more doable, but I was happy to do it beforehand. Morning Mac, hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness, that was quick. Maybe solo shuffle's the way to go if we're going to be getting queues like that.
Faith, order.
Oh, so as a quick heads up, it is the Game Awards this evening. It's about midnight UK time, so I'll be staying up for it. So it's unlikely there'll be a WoW stream tomorrow morning. We'll see how we go, but I imagine by the time I actually get to bed, it'll be pretty late, so just a heads up on that front. But I'm excited. I'm hearing some rumblings. It might actually be a pretty good Game Awards this year, just in terms of announcements. We'll have to see on the whole front. Alright, what have we got? Disc Priest and a Devastation Evoker. Set focus to them. Just so I can see what they're fighting. I'm not very impressed by that queue time. And even at this like lower rating for solo shuffle, we got like 250 conquest just from doing it. Again, it's more stressful than Blitz, but if the earnings are going to be that much different and we end up getting to the 1800 that much quicker, I'm down to give it a go. It just screams to me that Blitz needs a little more tuning in terms of the reward structure. Let's see how we get on. Keep chucking and chucking and chucking. really get many sheeps off. Oh, there's the ice block. Ooh, it was a long fought battle. Trying to get some sheeps in, just found it difficult. The Devastation Evoker might be the answer to go for there. Mage has a lot of survivability. Evoker just has the... what's it called? The Obsidian Scales, and then the red one. Ooh, blimey. Not for me in kind. Messy business, but got him. It's hard for me to do much commentary when the PvP is going on in such like tight bursts. Apologies there. Just have to get used to doing some shuffle. Ice Wall's one that I need to think of more, but I didn't see the other priest mage doing much of it either. So much blessing of freedom. just like constantly blessing of freedom. Damn. Part of a mage. It's not them, it's me. Life of mage. Pardon me. Let's go again. Oh, the healer hesitated and then got thrown off. So again, though, I need to be more on it with those ice walls. It's just that I get locked so often. It's really interesting. Like, I'm getting locked more on my ice spells than I am actually on my DPS, on my fire spells. I think survivability-wise, I'm doing alright. Damn, and again. Stone form going. Ooh, cauterized proc. Ah, I flew away from my healer. I need to fly back in the other direction. That counts as one round one for me? I don't get it. Damage done was okay, not fantastic. Grim. Grim. Hook you up again. That was really quick. Again, plus 94 rating for coming what seems like last is way better than spending 10 minutes to get plus 9 or lose 14. I still want to keep queuing for Blitz though. We've worked it up that far. Right, let's get on to Spider Town. Do our Sparks of War as we queue. Although I can't complain if queue times are that quick for the shuffle. And it's longer than you'd think, but it's still quicker than waiting for the Blitz. What's that herb? Let me go, game. I'm stuck! Oh no. Please. Thank you. It's graceful. These sport overloads I still don't get, because I assume you're meant to hit the odd one out, but it gives you nothing. Let's not hit the odd one out. And that's clearly not the right one to click. And then they despawn, like... I know, feels oddly bugged. Right, let's click the packed button so we unlock the world quests. Go and get some sparks. Keep an eye out for wax. To the races. Solo shuffle average said 8 minutes. Blitz was 12, and whatever the cooking thing is. I don't think I've ever done this cooking one. Last time we queued for it, it was like 2 hours and it never popped. So, be curious to see what it is. It sounds fun.
It is a bright day with exceptionally favorable winds.
Hang on, Lord Andistraz.
A perfect day for a race.
Such a lovely fellow. First thing in the morning, every time, without fail. Green Hunter with a Fiery Phoenix to match. Gonna give me it, game?
I never gave
I
up.
should have just gone for it. Watch, it's gonna pop just as we finish the race. Yum. Wonder if in... Obviously they can't do Dragonflight races in Undermine. We're going to assume they're just going to have world quests that are pretty much just goblin races with our new vehicles. Well, that means we're not going to get Lord Andistraz. Unless... You know, as much as it's probably just going to be a goblin, I think it would be way funnier just to have Lord Andistraz there in a steampunk setup. Or satirical about the whole thing. I don't think they'll go that far, though. It'll probably just be a goblin. I'm sure the goblin will do fine. You know, it's like, all right, everybody, start your engines. You know, it's going to be something to that extent.
Excellent work. I can see that the two of you will soon be formidable competitors.
Onwards for more. Get some on bid. Not much of that plant. Ooh, Ooh, that bonus gather speed is very nice. What's this one? Kill some weave lashes. Shower. Web bolt? No, thank you. I've had enough of that in delves. Big explosions. If you can call a geyser an explosion, to be fair. Explosion of steam? Probably more accurate. As I was saying earlier, it is the Game Awards this coming evening. And to be honest, there's not loads of the contenders I've actually played this year. Played Shadow of the Erdtree, the Elden Ring DLC. A controversial showing. Some places saying, oh, you can't have an expansion win Game of the Year. I'm of two minds about it. I don't necessarily think there's a wrong answer. It's going to be what folks end up deciding as a whole. I know BAFTA said we're not doing it, but if the Game Awards have voted for, you know, they've had enough external, like the people who contribute to those initial votes and the companies that do so. I'm not going to get to that chest in time. Like, enough people have said we think this should win that it gives it more than enough running. That's alright. I still think DLC should probably have its own category. No matter how good it is, it kind of overshadows anything new. But looking at, like, especially the popular vote, I like Genshin Impact and Wuthering Wilds, and I'm like, alright, Wuthering Wilds is another gacha. It might be alright, I can't get behind the gacha model. It's predatory, and as someone with too many addictive tendencies, it's not good. I can't play those games, not anymore. I'm trying to be financially responsible. So to see 2 or 3 of them just sat, I think the other one was like Zenless Zone Zero. See them all sat up there is, I don't know, we're starting to take the piss a little bit in how many have that capability now. Or maybe that just speaks to there weren't enough games to stand up to it all this year. Maybe. We got folks excited about Black Myth Wukong. People liked it. You got Metaphor ReFantazio, but a Persona game not called Persona is only going to carry itself so far. I wouldn't necessarily say it's niche, but it's still certainly not like the most mainstream. Like having that character, masked fellow, Joker in Smash did a lot for it, from what I understand. But it still wasn't going to get that high up there. So I don't know, I think it's going to be an interesting awards season. And it's certainly not the cavalcade of back-to-back blockbusters we had last year. But I'm more interested to see how they'll handle the ceremony itself in terms of give devs time to speak. Don't just shoo them off the stage because you're worried someone's going to do what Chris Judge, voices Kratos in God of War, did the year prior, where he went on for like 11 minutes. It was, I love the fella, but that was too much. But then the following year to start shooing people off before they even got a chance to thank everybody was completely other end of the spectrum and wrong. So it's going to be interesting to see where they actually end up with that. Obviously we're going to have our trailers and we're going to have our advertisements. I've no doubts there will be a ridiculous mobile game that isn't a gacha, well, isn't one of those gacha games, you know, the anime style ones. Like, do you remember last year there was that trailer with King John, Chris Hemsworth, a few other notable comedic figures. Audrey Hepburn, I think. And they played that advert like 2 or 3 times, and it was a lengthy advert for a mobile game. But again, Jeff's got to pay for that stuff somehow, so I have some sympathies with that. He's done, considering E3 and everything's just gone now. You have to get your sponsorship money from somewhere. And from what I understand, it's a mix of Jeff saying, I'll pay some money to come on the show. Or for some stuff, he's like, listen, we'll come and host you for a game that's not going to get a chance anywhere else. I don't know. I've never outright said that those folks get in it for free. But you'd hope they would, if that's how he's portraying it. But I have a lot of respect for Jeff. If you think back to some years ago, there was a... Oh, or is it a big Doritos advert where he was doing a Halo bit of marketing? That was like, turn your nose up a little bit, this is quite silly. But for the most part, Jeff's been really forthright and hardworking about the whole thing. And hits and misses aside, he keeps at it every year. And Summer Game Fest does alright. I think main problem with that is the audience who comes in thinking, oh, this is E3 now, we're going to get loads of stuff, and it never quite lives up to that memory. But a trade show where all the big publishers show up, have booths, have spent months and months and months, probably since the year before, thinking about it. It was never going to line up to E3 in the same way. But it doesn't do a half bad job. If you have your expectations set at the right point, I think Summer Games Fest did perfectly fine. And has continued to do so. As for what sneaky announcements we'll see, I'd like to think we get more on that next Fable game from Microsoft. Love Fable. It's one of those, like with Dragon Age 1, Fable's one of those really formative RPGs for me. Early childhood. I'd love to see some actual gameplay. Not just a... Like the last one they did, it's like, oh, this is in-game footage. And it's kind of angled like gameplay, but it's not really gameplay. You know what I mean? I want something a little more concrete to chew on. And even then, you've got to be careful. You think back to stuff like Anthem, where they put that trailer out at E3, and what was reported by Jason Schreier, well known in the games industry for his journalism and pushing beyond where most folks are able to get, was most of the devs at the time were like, oh, that's the game we're making? That's the genre we're making? Like, they had no idea. And so the idea of there being some fake trailers, it's always a risk, but I think most companies are kind of past that point. Blimey. Hughes went to poop after that first one. Shame. It's hard to know what will come up as surprises. We've had Sony's 30th anniversary. There's a lot of folks huffing that copium being like, oh, Bloodborne on PC. Oh, just give me it. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to see it. An excuse to play Bloodborne through again would be fantastic. Those games never have the same appeal second time through, but a fresh coat of paint and running smoother, it'd be really nice. I'll have to wait and see, though. I'm trying to think of anything else that's been on the back burner. You know that studio making that Knights of the Old Republic remake? That's a game I never played that I'd be really curious to have a go at. People laud that pretty highly. Monster Hunter Wilds probably has a bit more gameplay to show. Always happy to see more of it. Maybe Xbox has some surprise announcements from their internal stuff that has been on the back burner. What's Sony got going on? Maybe another Ratchet and Clank game? Maybe Bungie's show marathon, but given everything that's happened for them lately, Oh, I'm doing the wrong world quest. I gotta kill the big ones. Which is difficult, because there are enemies doing it. Could fight them and blow them up, but I don't want to invite utter chaos. Faceless one's done. Where is Big Rock Fella? As we said yesterday, I don't reckon we'll be seeing anything from Blizzard there. At most, maybe a tease for whatever StarCraft thing they're cooking up, but I think that's probably way too far out. Call at this point. Be really cool to see, but I doubt it. I'm trying to think of other games and studios. Folks who made that latest Hitman bunch, where it was a like almost these different open world segments, that was a really cool product that I really want to go back to sometime. People loved that. And now it's all there as a collection. They could be working on something else next. Arcane after Redfall are probably chugging away at something. And that was such a shame for that studio, because Arcane have made some really banging games. Dishonored comes to mind. But even their smaller stuff like Might and Magic Dark Messiah, I absolutely adored. Randomly playing the cult classic. That was a load of fun. Just have a gander at folks. We've got a Burning Crusade outfit there. Very nice. Orangey. We've got... I think that's one of the newer Demon Hunter sets. They all look the same to me. Shiny Evoker. Platey Purple Mage. Very nice. Harafi Priest. Big Death Knight. Anniversary Tauren. Not bad. Have a quick swig of his beverage. I'm pretty sure Nintendo said we're not doing an announcement for whatever the Switch 2 or equivalent is this year. They might have meant that as in like fiscal year, which means I don't even think we'll be in the next fiscal year by that point. Q1 doesn't start until the winter, right? So I think that's like when winter actually hits, like 4 days before Christmas, 21st. Don't think we'll see anything Nintendo. Maybe a last hurrah for a few Switch games. You got Metroid Prime 4, that was announced a wee bit ago. And they announced on like the Game Awards, different social medias, they're gonna have what's his name? Aaron Paul, Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad. He's gonna be one of the hosts. That'll be pretty fun to see. He seems like he'd be genuine. Sometimes you get hosts for these events that really are just a name they've cashed in and do not seem to give a shit why they're there. They've got Ella Perna, and she was in the Fallout show. She voices Jinx in Arcane. Seems a pretty good choice for it. And then they said, oh, Todd Howard's going to be presenting for a little bit, and I'm like, curse you, Todd. What, you're going to be saying Skyrim still is maybe not coming yet? Or the next Elder Scrolls, rather. I don't know, it's hard to trust Bethesda of late. Let's see, though. It's going to be exciting nonetheless. Oh, big damage. What side was I on? Board side. Alright. Get me back in their game. It's the same thing at the start where folks just wouldn't pick up the ball, and then I was left to pick up the ball, and it's like, why me? I'm only a mage. I'm so very squishy. Ah! It goes me trying to be sneaky. Just a flurry of ice shards. I'm also at that point in the cycle where the last console generations have been really weird compared to how they used to be. It's this weird state in between where old announcements kind of used to be and the old time frames used to sit. It's really odd. So where we'll actually end up, I'm not sure, but Sony's had to pivot really hard from the live service thing when that all kind of caved in. So what we can end up with from them going forward, I'm not sure. Maybe we've got a War Studio working on something else now that that's out of the way. There's one I'd like to go back to. Now it's on PC. Get him down. Need to go grab the ball. Because nobody's grabbing the balls.
I need a target. Too far away.
Can't go invisible while I'm holding the damn thing. Get him off me! Oh, good stone bolt. Shoot! I'm gonna... Maybe in that moment where I got him slowed between me, that's where I could have ice walled and said, leave me the hell alone. There's also been that secret level for show that had such a heartwarming announcement earlier in the year that's come out. I think it's partially come out. Very curious to see how well that's done. Where's this other ball? Not blue. Red. Give me it. Nobody else picking the damn things up. Ooh, just as it came down. Didn't it matter? Well, the time doesn't help when projectiles are already following you. Was that MMO that's been in alpha for ages that asks you creation? Maybe that gets a showing, but it feels like they're just happily kind of chugging along. Maybe Path of Exile 2 capitalizes on how well it's doing and bumps a trailer into the Game Awards. Maybe Hades 2 announces its 1.0 version. That probably wouldn't be too surprising. Please stay over here. No. Give me those heals. Give it to me. Oh, mistakes were made. Fell down. It's Warrior again. Leave me alone. There goes two. It's not over yet. We just need the balls. All four to the center. Leave him alone. Get off. We held it as long as we could. But we lost them too quick. The enemy just picked them up too fast. Not enough movement. Defeat. Highest on the damage end, but I did have 6 of the balls. Gotta keep going for those objectives again. If you're a big plate wielder, please, at the start of one of those, grab that ball for me. It'd really be helpful. I'm only a squishy mage.
We must clear out what monstrosities we can before they spread further into the city.
Aye, aye, Widow, I know. It's just there's been a lot of players about. I haven't been able to grab one. I think especially given Blizzard's roadmap during the Direct a few weeks ago. Absolutely can't see them doing anything Midnight related this year. They said there was a reveal coming next year, so it'll be a ways off for that. And there's Riot Games, your League of Legends people. Maybe they actually show off their fighting game again. That'd be nice. I enjoyed the alpha of that. It was a lot of fun. Got a playlist for it on the channel. We had a few nights of that. Very fun little fighting game. Very excited to see where they go with it. Can't imagine they'll announce a new show yet. We know there's stuff in development after Arcane finished. Presumably we're going to the region of Noxus next. Lots of conquest and red and steel. For those who watch, that's where Ambessa were from. There's a couple of like RTS games as well that were being made. A lot of former Blizzard developers that went up and started their own teams that have had stuff in developments for like 3 or 6 years now. I expect one of them to show something off. Would be pretty cool to see. And there's been a lot in all of the, even in the past couple of weeks, all the layoffs that are still happening. We've had a lot of older names in the industry go off and start their own thing. We might just be getting a flurry of new announcements and IP. I imagine the Eternal Strands game we've mentioned from the old Dragon Age director, which is coming out end of January, that'll probably get like a more fully detailed trailer. It wouldn't surprise me. Just a few more details on the game. What are you excited for? Whether that's something to be announced at the Game Awards this evening, or just something you're looking forward to in the coming year. If that's folks' lives or folks leaving a comment, let me know. What am I missing? What are you excited for? What are we going to see, do you think? What ancient IP are we all forgetting about that's going to re-emerge? Something crazy? A new genre starter? That'd be something to see, wouldn't it? The next MOBA, MMO, Battle Royale. Someone still needs to, like, really pop off the extraction shooter. And don't get me wrong, Tarkov and Hunt Showdown have their fans, certainly, but it's not exactly hit the mainstream yet. And I think they're just waiting for a game that will. I'm sure there's somewhere salivating at the potential money-making opportunities for that genre as well. We'll charge him a monthly subscription, so you don't lose as much loot when other players get you. We'll make loads of money. You know, all of that jazz. If that ends up being my idea. Patent it immediately. No. Who are these goddamn enemies that are not spawning? Been flying around here for 10 minutes. And the queues, oh dear. For all three things at once, by the way. Again, here's hoping next week with a new patch, things kick up a little bit. Because at the moment, goodness me, it's rough business. But at least we're still running around looking for sparks. Is this phase just bugged for them? I know the big dude's meant to spawn somewhere around here. Oh, I did a battleground. I see what's happened. I'm an idiot. I need to put me unsee me stack back on. There we go. Completely forgot the battleground to kick that off. My own fault. Absolute numpty. At least we can get it done now. There's one. Come here. Let me take it out on you, big fella. Bang, 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 dead. Alright, now the other one. There he is. Phew.
Expertly accomplished. Though temporary,
Lovely.
You've calmed the maddening tides of the deep and saved many kin this day.
That's all the sparks we needed. Might as well finish up another world quest or two. Oh, it's the PvP one in the corner. Why not? Why not? Let's go get messy. Actually have a few fights. The Niffin have been hanging out with the goblins around here. Maybe we get a little more Niffin in the next patch as well. Might feel a little weird for the 0.1 patch of both Dragonflight and this one to have very similar vibes, though, at least in terms of Niffin and goblins.
Those reckless goblins are fighting for sport down in the
Oh,
ground.
he wants to go.
Better do something before it gets out of hand.
I get in, I get in. That's fine. I should not be... All the bleed's still on. It's so strange that it doesn't kick those off. Right, what we got? Havoc Demon Hunter, Beastmaster Hunter, Resto Shaman. I would usually say to go for the Demon Hunter first. Problem with that lately is they seem to have a new ability where they're just immune for a bit, and I don't quite understand it. But that's probably easier to deal with than the Hunter going turtle stance. Probably. Still, we set focus to our druid so we can see what they're hitting and try and line that up. Oh, I was aiming at the goddamn pet. More squishy hunter. Ooh, that was a lot, whatever that was. Come on, bring it out. So close. Nice. They've seen me as squishy, though. That can only mean my butt is next. I like that getup the hunter has. Using some old-ass chainmail with ye old Herod shoulder pad. Very cool. Alright, here we go again. Damn. Oh, you swine. Come on. Ooh. Spicy. Very spicy. What? Again? Oh, a little early. Keep going, keep kiting.
Need a target.
No. Cauterize. Down I go. And every time I'm trying to get an ice wall off, that's when I'm getting interrupted, and it's really frustrating. I suppose compared to other casters, though, it's all the instant shooting I'm doing means that's when I'm not getting interrupted. I need to keep remembering to set focus to the other DPS just so I can see. Now they know I'm squishy, though. They're gonna come at me. Little close to the flare. God damn it. That way it gets me off the targeting really fobs me off. Oh, there's the heal. And there's a bubble. Oh, come on, come on. Ooh. Very close. Very tight. Barely a hair's breadth between. Just not swapping targets fast enough, I think, and then tab targeting's just buggering me completely. I just need to click these buttons here. These big name bars off to the side. Got a line of sight 'em. That's the other thing. Can line of sight. So many pets. Okay, I've got that cyclone. 2, 3. Another 1, 2. Another ice block. Odd. Every time. Gonna get rid of some of those bleeds. You. Please. Damn it. And now they're a bear. Squish. I'm just really struggling at crowd control, I think. And I do need to focus way more on line of sighting for ranged people. It's trying to line of sight the people who are ranged, then moving back and trying to stay within line of sight of the healer. Messy. Messy business. I wish I could zoom the camera out like a good chunk more. Try and keep them off him too. Keep slowing him. A draw. It slapped me in the middle. Damage a lot lower as well than I'm hoping. Why though? Just missing meteors maybe? 1,000 honor for that as well. My goodness. So very lucrative.
Those reckless goblins are fighting for sport down in the grotto. Better do something before it gets out of hand.
That person's just skinning down here. We'll leave them be. Got a pit fiend coming out. That seems pretty cool. Oh, you want to disturb the peace, do you? Why you go for me then, Death Knight? I didn't disturb the peace. Probably a group. Who did this, Death Knight? Absolute scumbag. Oh, the brawl. All right. I've no idea what this is, I don't believe I've ever managed to get this queue to pop. Some kind of cook-off. What? The gathering race? Okay. Squash, turnips, carrots, some rares. My Hoarder Alliance. I'm Alliance. I'm curious. We're in Pandaria, that's never a bad thing. I've seen this once before. I simply do not remember. I feel like if we're racing to do dishes, someone's going to call out, go and get this, go get these. So we try not to fight and focus on foods. Oh, it's got a remix of the cinematic theme for it as well. That's a lovely choice. It's a fancy back piece they've got on. Oh, I have it too! Allows you to glide down without taking damage. While falling, you can soar forward a distance.
To the Great Pandaren Chili Championship.
Oh, it's not me.
This year, the Noble Alliance faces off against the mighty Horde.
Chili Championship?
The first kitchen that gathers enough ingredients to make their chili wins.
Okay.
Let the cooking begin.
Oh, is this kind of like an initial thing for Saw? What do I do with this? What does this mean?
Careful not to let it burn.
I have no idea. Thought I was jumping myself into the pot, but that wasn't the case. Only 30 each. I know, it did. There wasn't an option to just throw oneself into the pot. Alright, ignore whatever that rare thing was, then go and get some food.
Careful not to let it burn.
Oh, you can only grab one at a time.
Too far away. I'm out of range.
Ah, the aroma of simmering chili.
Get closer.
Happy Pandaren cooking music. So I want to stop them gathering food, and then I want to gather it myself. Oh, don't pull the enemy there. Quite out by a hunter from behind. What an interesting idea. I mean, you've kind of got it set up. Why have this just be a brawl and not, I don't know, thrown into the battleground? Maybe they don't consider it very balanced or something. I don't know. Oh, I've come to the wrong side. And people are just away. Why can't I gather a pumpkin? There's ripe pumpkins, but I can't click any. Can you only gather from your one side? Oh, this hunter's just with this Death Knight again.
Ah, the aroma of simmering chili.
That was a lot of damage. Man, will you go away, hunter? Livid. Absolutely livid. So, I can't pick up stuff on their side? This is very confusing. It didn't look like I was holding on to any particular vegetable. So, let me shoot off towards... No, I saw one then on their side. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Careful not to let it burn.
We're not cooking it in that sense, Nobby. We're just chucking things into the pot.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
Too far away.
The aroma of simmering chili.
I do have a target.
Well, I'm about to go down again.
I need a target.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
Neat, wait. There's no point grabbing one if I'm just going to die on my way there.
Flavor.
What's the point on becoming a rabbit then? Oh, cabbage.
Careful not to let it burn. Careful not to let it burn. That's sure to give it some flavor.
Okay, well, at least for the next time, I kind of get what's happening. We're too far behind now for it to matter, though. Like, you have to hold them off and gather more. But none have spawned here.
That's sure to give Horse chili smells delicious.
Okay.
Won't be long before
Then it
it's done.
eventually spawned. So it's not like there's a limited number of vegetables. Oh, yeah. There's free going through.
Victory for the Horde! That's spicy chili for me.
GG, I suppose? How strange. I like the idea. I just got a little confuddled there. I think when I went on the pumpkin bit, there just wasn't any there at the time.
Down in the grotto. Better do something before it gets out of hand.
Well, at least that'll be cute popped. We'll get this one done, then we'll take ourselves a quick bio break and get queued up to others again. It's a rogue! Nope, I dispel all of your stuff. Wait, weren't you that rogue from the arena we just did? It is. Oh, Death Knight this time, saving my bacon. Revenge! Wasn't really revenge. Fought really well in that arena. Nope! Cocooned! What does that ability even do? I know it's gone now.
Too far away.
Druid's about again.
I'm out of range.
Any of these lightning posts, maybe that hits the druid. I've no cooldowns to save my bacon. That druid felt very happy about that and is now running away. Yeah, got that mage again. Now I can leave. Coward. Hiding in the stands. Oh, get him, Evoker. Go on, get that druid. Oh, now it's a fight up there. Very silly. I'll have my revenge. I will have my revenge. Where's that druid gone? You found him. Oh, they're just healing themselves. Did they get the druid? Oh, not the druid. There's the druid. Oh, but now we're in, like, Alliance Horde mode. Fine. Fine! In this round of the game, druid. I'm going back in there, though. I need one more worm.
I still don't know what that equipment is supposed to do. And something tells me I don't want to.
Ruffius. Nobody want to. Go on that in. We wait for the next one to pop. Which one is it? The rated Blitz. Oh, please pop. Well, for a moment I thought, shooting at me? Not quite. But let's bob on over. Ooh. That anniversary back piece works pretty well with the blue recolor of the Night Elf Heritage set. A set you can get once you've done the Emerald Dream quest line and then you go through into the raid and kill Farak once.
Is your query crucial?
Not quite sure how
Short today.
doable that will be, or if there's any groups still going and farming that, but...
May your path be free of danger.
Ah, there we go. Give me it. Got all this conquest I can't do sod all with at the moment. What I can do, I can grab another setting.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable. My directive has been...
My directive is to
Versatility
serve.
gem, please.
My directive has
And go. Every little helps.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable. My fate.
Oh my god. There's always one. Let them fight. And it's Wasson Gulch. Oh, someone holding the Firolaf. I think it'd be very cool if you were a Fury Warrior to have Firolaf in one hand and Shadowmourne in the other. That seems like it'd be a cool setup. We have Purple Paladin, rocking some of them Legionary colours, very nice. We have a Troll who's going for the starter experience. I like it. Harvester. Elite Death Knight. Onesie and Hodgepodge. Very silly. And a rogue who's using bits of the Sylvanas. Just going with purples and greys. I like it. It's interesting seeing Drakfear, because I forget they don't have to be dragons now, so you just get these fancy horns and headpieces. Very nice. I'd say I'd quite be tempted to make one if it could Paladin, but... I do like the idea. Maybe next remix. And the problem with another remix coming is I have one of every race now. I have all the heritage armors currently available, apart from getting my Earthen leveled up. But we've got our little Earthen Priest ready to go through Legion sometime down the line. Would I then make a second Earthen just to unlock it? Probably, to be fair. If that's what remix demanded, probably. I hope they give us the option instead to take an old character through again, though. Although, gods, would I do my main and risk taking them out of current content? Like, how would that work? I don't know. Seems like it'd be messy. Nice. Alright, let's see how we go. Who's rocking the Christmas tree? Harvester, sure. My knees. rogues. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. Keep them dead and staggered.
I need to get close.
I'm out of range.
I hate monks. Oh, we got him though. Ooh, that ice wall really got us through there. I'm really glad I did that. Pure Starfire. No. Ooh, big shaman blast from the side. Oh, I got him before going down. We've got the flag as well. Just have to watch out for that monk again, trying to do the big old quick run through. Is that monk? Yeah, it is. Where's that? Oh, it's mad. Bring him down. Yeah. Storm skin. The thing. Keep going. Mirror image. Save me. Dots. So many dots. Grab the boots. Keep running. To the top. Yes. We did it. We did it. Slap the mic, hit caps lock and cheer. Absolute mess. Anti-magic shields mean I can't slow them. Where's this monk going? Yeah, he's transcendence to about there, right? Oh no, he's already passed. He knows.
Too far away. I'm out of range.
No, I ate it, and he's just away. It's so absurd how far they can go with so little. I needed to get ahead rather than fight him down there. I should have kept going, got to the entrance, and then put an ice wall down. Even then... Sorry, microphone, I knocked you off here. There you go. Even then, I don't know if that would have done much, because all their team... Like, we were all really straggling behind. He's just doing it again. No. Push up with these. Death Knight's like, I just want to fight. Healer, don't go off by yourself to do it. Game. Oh, got him. Right, that's ours then. Don't know, but we can only hope. Well, they're running for it. Ours is already there, but we haven't got to the carrier. Oh no. Oh, they got him. The monk's got there again, which means he's going to do that that transcendence thing somewhere off to the side. Right. Can't get caught out by everyone like that. Oh, that paladin! They knew!
Too far away.
Don't know which way around this monk went. He's in here now. I just need to kill him. Did he go all the way up, or is he around here? We're ahead. If they can just hold for that long. Oh, you swine! How? Mid-flight you can do your stun. This doesn't even work like... I'm livid about that. I am absolutely livid about that. disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting behaviour. This priest has lost no mana with me just fully unloading on them. They don't care. So why bother? Where's that monk? What's a druid this time? Okay. I didn't think our flag would go down. Well, was that like I could have ice walled immediately, but it looks like the monk was ready to jump over. Oh, that was a joke. It's an absolute joke. Man. Right, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna quickly BRB into the chat and get us queued up for a few more. That's a nice looking transmog. Bit of pants, but sure. Again, if the queue pops while I'm in the bathroom, so be it, such as it is. But we shall see. Alright, refill your beverage, folks. Stretch your legs. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. See you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. I'm still livid about that. Monk just flying through. Like, I get it, that's kind of their role for anything capture the flag. And to be fair, I could have preemptively ice-walled, assuming our flag carrier was going to go down. I could have set a focus to our flag carrier so I could keep an eye on the health bar. I could have stood right next to the flag ready to grab it and be out of range of that incapacitation. Still goads my goat for a better term.
I have an extended supply of goods for Outlanders. Return.
I still haven't made myself any, like, profession equipment for this character. Hang on. I know I want to usually do it by my alts and whatnot, but given this character spends a lot of time going about, and I've not been doing that, I might as well pick some up. I don't know how expensive any of it is, actually, either. Wow. That is a huge difference. Alright, let's see what we get for the shuffle. Nobody. Free win. Just me. Easy game. Wouldn't that be nice? There it is. Arms Warrior, Beastmaster Hunter, Holy Paladin. Probably the Warrior then? I'd assume. Oh, it's a fancy goblin mount. I like the priest set going on. Version of it is that where it's all purple. Because that's the same set we've seen from for PvP. Is that like a mythic raid variant? Oh, I can jump on this mount. It's a two-seater? Wild. I mean, if that warrior's going to come in here and be AFK. Just to match how quickly we bring the warrior down. Man, that's gonna suck. For everyone involved, that's gonna suck. This report, you can't go into rated content like that. If summit's come up, that level of emergency, I don't know, the time between enter queue and getting into one of these is pretty tight. Again, they might genuinely have an emergency going on, but then it'll false flag, you know, that's alright. Yeah, you just end it there. What a shame. But good that it doesn't just let the thing carry on. Let's get queued up for another one. At least it gave me a little bit of rating. That's nice.
I have calibrated
Right, where
my
was I?
prices
Profession
to be
tools.
reasonable.
So expensive, the 1-up. Grab the basic one, that's fine. Let's see, accessories. Yeah, the price jump between the tier 2 and tier 3 for a bit more is massive. I suppose that's what you pay for, though. The beach there. Do the same on mining. Sweet jeez. Wait, that's the middle option. Why is that one absurdly expensive? There's not many of these on the auction house either. Ooh. Mining ones are more pricey. Should probably be making these. Oh, there goes the bank. That should get us more stuff, though. I wonder how noticeable the difference will be. I've not been using any of this expansion because I figured, oh, I'll craft them all myself. I've just not got around to it. On those different professionals.
I have an extended supply of goods.
Given this is the character I end up doing most of my gathering on at the moment while we're waiting for queues.
My directive.
Might as well. Right, got those points from Tarab earlier as well. How much acuity do I have? 300. Can we get a little bit more knowledge?
Everything has a price.
Yes.
Hold your head high.
Not far off getting this whole batch knocked out. Right, let's go do some gathering while we wait for these queues. Ow. Looking the part now. I mean, that seemed pretty equivalent to me. I'm sure it'll all add up over time. One would have to hope there is a point. I'm just more hopeful for when player housing comes that professions are integrated in such a way that makes them more evergreen, rather than just bumping from expansion to expansion with them. And I don't mind the reworks from Dragonflight, it's just it's a lot of effort to work up and get that knowledge, especially if you're doing it on multiple alts. To then have it be all left redundant thereafter. Well, that was quite a bit.
Our miners had to leave their tools.
No, I'm good,
behind for
Edelgom.
their
We're just doing a bit of gathering. Overload this one, assuming it's not an easy bugger. Giving them spiders. No. Absolute swine. Oh, you just don't get the webbed anymore. Summons twice as many spiders. Take less damage from dynamite. Gather them quicker. That'd actually be nice. I never overload the easy ones just because I don't have time. Damage from the poisons, like Additional samples is Return portal. Spider one seems the most interesting there. Again, how many expansions do you go adding those different like effects to nodes before you run out of ideas? I'm not a designer, I'm just trying to do it. We've got slows, we've got explosives, we try to think back to the Dragonflight ones. Got portal ones, which again, they already had a portal one in Dragonflight. They had a burny one that did damage over time, like the poison one. It's not like the design space is massive there. Oh, nope, danger. Shuffle again. Mimi wax. And go. What was that? Slight elevation and Mage Blink. I imagine that's always been like that though with Mage. I mean, I haven't played one for that long. That might just be really old WoW tech, unable to do much more with it. Would be my theory. Could have grabbed some of those camouflage potions as well to see all the invisible nodes, but no point when you're just going to lose it when you get in a battleground. Goodbye, bird. Absolute overkill. Only that many landed in PvP. Oh. Ram. Why are you like this? What are we doing? Blitz and the cooking, nearly 18 minutes, about 13-14 a pop, same with the solo shuffle, but that tends to pop faster. And the solo shuffle is going up pretty quick compared to where Blitz kind of plateaued. If it gets me closer to the 1800, I'm happy. It's just a little more stressful. I'm kind of enjoying it though. The more I'm getting to grips with it, it's just trying to be aware of positioning, trying to remember a line of sight, whilst keeping your healer in sight, whilst trying to crowd control and deal damage. It's a lot, whereas in Blitz you can be a little more carefree with it. Probably shouldn't be, but that's why I like Battlegrounds. You can focus or attempt to focus on the objective. When it's games like that last one with monks who can just fly across the map, it's like, well, if you're playing a capture the flag game and your team doesn't have a monk who's a healer and is ready to go for the flag, druids come a little closer, but it's the ability to life cocoon yourself for so much as well. Maybe if life cocoon had less on yourself, but I don't play a monk enough to know. But between that and all the different rolls, jumps, speed upgrades, like I'm there hammering slow repeatedly and nothing's happening. And just a tiny bit of a shield seems to stop any crowd control from really working. Gets me a little testy. I mean, don't get me wrong, we did have like that first attempt at a flag capture where I managed to wall off the tunnel. And then the team was there to bring the monk down. But it takes everybody. But at the very least, like 6 of you. Not to mention everyone else fighting at the same time. Bloody nightmare. The cookout. See if we can win this one. I like the idea here for this brawl. I'm glad the queue's working this time. Not this week, rather. It seems to be just focus on grabbing the vegetables. If you start focusing on the fight and the enemy team get ahead, they're just going to keep ahead. There isn't really a catch-up mechanic. I suppose that's why it's not necessarily a an actual battleground. Oh yes, let me put a food down for everyone. Or if there was room. Like all these little gliders. I wonder when this first came in, because again, the fact you kind of go down, you have that little soar ability. I wonder if that was some early testing of what eventually became Skyriding would be my thought. Again, just because it's set in Pandaria doesn't necessarily mean this brawl came out then. I'm trying to remember when they started doing brawls. I wasn't PvPing that much at the time. It might have been Battle for Azeroth. I know one of the first ones was like Fog of War, Arathi Basin, which I really liked. Just because you'd look over, you couldn't see shit. And then chucking people off cliffs as either a shaman or a mage with Blast Wave was all the more fun. Impossible to really see everyone's transmogs at the moment. Gul'dan's shoulders on that one. Some Anniversary Death Knight mixed in with old school Death Knight helm.
Welcome to the Great
Not
Pandaren
an Naxxramas plate
Chili
than Death Knight, but
Championship.
it works.
This year, the Noble Alliance faces off against the Mighty Horde.
Yes, we make our chili. Okay, we should run back,
First
try
kitchen
and...
that gathers enough ingredients to make their chili wins. Let the cooking begin.
Get that squash. And off we go.
Too far away.
Cabbage, please.
Careful not to let it burn. Ah, the aroma of simmering chili.
Go grab another. The enemy are one ahead. That's it. Game over. I'd hope not. Oh, wow. I mean, they're pretty ahead. Oh, no. You, get out of it. No. I want that chili. Ooh, nice block. It's not going to matter in a moment. This music is not ideal. It's like they've waited to camp, kill everyone there, then I assume they're going to go get more food? To guess? I still don't get what the rares are. When you go kill the rabbit, you kind of become the rabbit. You have a few abilities, but that didn't seem to help. It wasn't very strong. It's the enemy team now all over the shop. I'm gonna go down before I get there. Maybe not. That Hellstone comes back off cooldown.
Ah,
There
the
we go.
aroma of simmering chili. That's sure to give it some flavor.
Ah, the hunter behind me. And then that hunter, goddamn turtle stance. Ooh, did a lot of damage to that other fella. Pretty even on the points, though. More squash is needed. Pumpkin next. Looks like there's a few pumpkins up. It's a very silly little battleground. I just wish they did kind of more of them, or for whatever reason, a lot of the brawls over the weeks have just... the queues not worked.
Ah, the aroma of simmering chili.
You get stuck there, mate. Nope, I'm going to keep slowing you. Nope. Static totem. Stop healing yourself. His shaman's burrowing now. That's... He revived himself. No, you sneaky bugger. Get out of it.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
No, please.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
I want to give it some flavour. Oh, quarter ice don't cool down. Oh, and then they can pick up my pumpkin. Right, of course they can. Just hand-delivered that bloody vegetable. So what, should I go on and like try and fight the ones up here so we get like a clear landing point? Seems to be the option at the moment. But if they already have such a solid lead on it, like this, they don't even need to. They don't need to go out and gather. They can just wait. We're going to trail in one at a time. They're going to kill us. They're going to take our vegetables, and they're going to put them in the chili. Look, everyone's off gathering bits. Got a few fighting near the point, but because there's like 6 of them on there, you just regroup with everyone. Bloody turtle stance. I hate it. I hate it. I hate how it suddenly deflects everything. It didn't used to do that. No time to cast anything. I'm just going to go down the dots. Oh, barely. Find those balls. Upsetting. Oh, what's happening? All the vegetables are dancing. Maybe it's not a battleground because it's a little bit buggy.
Ah, the aroma of simmering chili.
Doesn't seem to be a timer on this battleground either. Right, where's my team? Got some over here, getting plastered. Drop it. Drop it. It's my pumpkin. Go help friends. Keep slow. Oh, cauterize speed, but what is this?
That's sure to give it some flavor.
It's a frustrating harvest this season. It's very frustrating. Like, there's no point going up and gathering vegetables, everyone. They're just holding the center point. They have to group together. I don't know what you think you're gonna do, Death Knight. Like, look!
I'm out of range.
Yep. Yep. think that was just out of range.
Careful not to let it burn.
I mean, could have barriered. Wouldn't have helped me much. Like, look, people are trying to sneak in.
The
They're just
aroma of
killing everyone as they
simmering
come
chili.
close. Grabbing another one. Jesus.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
Nami? I'll give you some bloody favour in a minute. Same again. You're doing the exact same thing, Death Knight. You're doing the exact same thing. Have you ever heard the definition of insanity? We can catch one out.
Careful not to let it burn.
But, like,
Careful
they've
not
just
to
got
let it
free reign.
burn.
Doesn't matter if we can catch the odd one out. No one can afford to grab any vegetables. Like, we're all just kind of here on this bridge, hanging out. I mean, I suppose if they're all just sitting up there, we're not bringing them more vegetables. Oh, those little flame walls. Ah! Well, we've all come, we're fighting as a team, suddenly we're pushing them, but I don't think it's going to do loads. Can only try, though. If their deaths are staggered like ours have been all game, maybe, just maybe, we can hold the line.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
Hey, the veg for you.
Just a few more ingredients, and the Horde's chili will be ready to eat.
But now they're back together again, and we are not. Frame rate from the ice wall. Why are we not all up here holding the line? What happened, team? We had an opportunity to pull it back. And everyone went, right, we're all going to go individually gather some fruit. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, yeah, insult to injury. Take mine. Take that 20 copper. Whatever the hell it is these days. I can't imagine it's much. It's never been a lot. There's really never... Whoever... I don't remember a time in any of WoW
Victory for the Horde! That spicy chili.
where you go and pick up an insignia and it'd be worth it. Other than, like, old Altrek Valley getting them, like, material resources, maybe? Oh. I don't know if we win one of those. I'll get it queued again anyway because you know, you're trying to get it done. Right. What was I doing? I was gathering. You're fine. And all the other queues looking. Averages of 13 and 15 minutes. They should pop any second. Would be nice. Again, the hope would be that next week when the new patch rolls in, more folks jumping back in again. And therefore queues should be okay. They have a problem with PvP though, like, catch-up's pretty good these days. You can get, like, I'm at the point where I'm in a full set of conquest gear, and it's, you know, I only do this a couple times, 2 or 3 times a week, maybe. For a few hours in the morning. And I imagine on, like, especially the weekday evenings, maybe the queues are a lot better. I've done a couple of evenings on the weekend, especially when it was the Evoker, but when it was at its busiest. And they didn't seem that much better, to be perfectly honest. But the gearing's not a problem. It's having enough games to actually... you know what? Screw you. Easy mind fit. There's no point doing it. It's having enough games to actually get your rating up. Now, I imagine if you're a dedicated full team of 10 doing rated battlegrounds that way, or if you've a group you do arena with, whether that's 2v2, 3v3, etc., maybe the queues are better there. I wouldn't even know. Memory from back in the day suggests to me they wouldn't be. Or at the very least, it wouldn't be by much. Maybe it'd be a couple minutes here and there. And if you know different, let me know. I'd be very curious to hear how it's holding up in general. Oh, survived. Good effort. Give me that basically beef. Grab some more herbs as we go.
In this season, the Unbound adorn their ramiliths with flowers, symbolizing harmony and their gratitude for nature's gifts.
I know, it's very pretty, Edelgon. It's very pretty. You know how many of these Irvin are going to make it through in terms of joining us in future expansions? I can't imagine in everything Elven going on in Midnight we're going to get that many Irvin showing up. Might be, what's her name? Dawn, the one that came from at the end of that setup quest line, who kind of introduces themselves at the starter zone for the Irvin. That character could kind of continue through, but I can't see any others doing so. Maybe, oh, the lady who became the new Storm Rider. Baelgrim's, like, not protege, the one we worked with Thrall. It was like Kushala or something like that. She might, because, you know, travelling, flying around, but I suppose the Stormguard kind of just cover Dornagor, and that's like their purpose. But maybe they could get like a Vanguard thing going. What have we got? Arms Warrior, Misty Monk, Outlaw Rogue, Feral Druid. Set focus to the Warrior so I can try and hit the same target. Slapper's int buff. So what's going to happen is everyone's going to be stealth. My invisibility is going to run out first if they don't just jump on the Warrior, or the Warrior doesn't get like a reveal doing some AoE swings. The moment I get my little auto break, I hit Frost Nova and blink away. That's the goal with stealthy things. Ideally, chuck a meteor down behind me. Was a bad time to alter time. Ooh, sit in this. Yep. Ooh. Go fast. Oh! Sneak out with a scut. That Warrior saved my bacon there. But that should have been my ass completely. My God. So many knives and claws and getting shanked. I didn't know when to hit stone form to get rid of it all either. Ring of Fire really doesn't seem to be helping me too much. hit that immediately. Now do it. Why bother sheeping? I get slows on both of them. Nice wall behind us so they can't heal. Around so quick. Keep near the healer. Oh no! Ice wall coming down and doing those frame drops is so infuriating. It just makes me not want to use the ability at all. From what I understand, that's been a bug that's been about for a while. It's better for me to go to the arms warrior. It's a little early on the shield. Oh, can't you just showing them where they are? There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, suddenly both immune to being knocked back. Kidneys. Not enough dots to cancel all that. Shouldn't have done it then either. Finding the time to sheep, finding the time to ice wall, when people are on you, when they've numerous interrupts and knockbacks and blinds and disorientates. And I imagine that's where add-ons come in pretty useful, like you start tracking everyone's stuff, but even then, it's a huge amount. I just can't remember to set focus to the other DPS. Because at least that gives something. Oh, the warrior's just like, sod this, I'm going for him. That's a good idea. I nick some of their heals.
I need a target.
Jesus. You should go down so quickly. Ooh. Crit on the fire blast. Still feels extremely messy. Trying to get, again, a series of polymorphs off. Ice walls just seems really, really difficult. Especially in this arena. Big circle that it is. Angry rogue. Ooh, that was really nicely done. I don't know why they pinged the mage and I turned around and shot a fireball and the mage was crowd control. Not the mage, the monk was crowd controlled. Like I saw the ping was like, aha, attack. Then it was like, oh, it's stunned. Maybe that was to signal, like, pop an ice wall there? That's a possibility? Unsure. Getting locked in here. That worked really well. That worked really bloody well. Really, like that warrior made a very poor choice to chase us into there. Look how quickly that's coming up compared to Blitz. There's the amount of time you have to spend both in bigger queue times for bigger teams, for how long the games go on, and for how little rating you get at the end of it. Again, we'll see if Solo Shuffle, when it gets to the same 1500, 1600 point, if it starts becoming that crawl of lose at 14, gain 9, like, you know, that whole kind of thing. We'll see if that evens out, but if it's even remotely better, like already the amount of conquest you get is a lot more. They need to look back at some of this. If they want to encourage Blitz to be a much more like casual form of PvP where you can at least get your rating up a bit, and for me, especially at least earning that PvP set, that's what I want to do. And if I wanted to earn that on multiple alts, at the moment we're pushing it to get more than one set by February. You know, that needs to be looked at by Blizz. They need to... I'm sure they've got a lot of data building up on their end. Blitz is new this expansion, alright? It's the first outing of it. But I'm hoping that at least in the 0.1 patch of Undermine, they do something for it. Because at the moment, it hasn't been mentioned at all. Right? Oh, it's already gone down. And it's so far away. Speaking of Blitz, Did I queue up for another duo? I did. Not duo, shuffle. You know what I mean? We'll do a few more. Accidentally eaten, it's fine. If you've got mana buns on demand, you might as well nibble. At least jumping between the queues, we're keeping in action a little bit longer than usual. That I'm happy with. Okay. Give me it. Maybe it's as simple as fudging the numbers or a harder look at balance, but it's just, I don't know all the classes well enough to know where it sits. I'm sure there's plenty of player data out there that folks have collected. Again, I just wish Blizzard would post more of their own data. I want to know some of these details. What percentage of players are even trying Blitz? You know, what are the class breakdowns for folks going where? Obviously, it's not Alliance and Horde when it's in Blitz or rated Battlegrounds in general, but just some statistics. It feels like they're very skittish to share statistics these days like that. Even in Celebration, we don't get a huge amount of infographics like you see when a game's done really well. Like you see Monster Hunter's done them, Baldur's Gate 3's done them. You start, when a game does really well, you see them pop up all over the shop. I love a good infographic, they're great. I want a bit more statistics. Something that the player base can at least look at and go, okay, this is where Blizzard sees a problem. This is where Blizzard sees a good thing. And then we can actually have a conversation about it rather than folks, you know, just screaming into the void as oft tends to happen. Let's have a look at everybody's transmog. What have we got? Got that Moy looking, I think it's a hunter set that Shaman's wearing. Shaman Order Hall mount is very nice. This individual's gone for a very Earthen Thrall look, ah yes. Very nice. Doomhammer in a similar colour, I like that a lot. We've got a fish. Oh, I don't know about that set, Kulturian. I mean, sure, you're rocking it, but I don't know about it. Hunter going pretty alliancey on the Void Elf. It's a nice set. It goes with those like shoulder pads they've got going from Hallerfall. Very nice. We've got an Anniversary Paladin. We've got an Anniversary Monk. Again, it's a lovely set for the Monk. Absolutely lovely set. That's about all she wrote. Oh no, we've got another Scarecrow. People really like that Scarecrow set. It's popped up everywhere. Boots. Crab. Of course, to match their water set, you have Crab. Like, I respect that this mount moves sideways. It's a little much for me. It's a very detailed Crab. Indeed. Oh, that reminds me, I haven't checked this as well. 2% a time, both for the season mount specifically and to get another saddle. I'm assuming you can only do this once a season, which means anyone playing the game, you know, from now, they're never going to earn a load of those vicious mounts unless it keeps going. But even then, 2% at a time is a bit of a piss take. I think that should at minimum be 5%. Because there's so many of those vicious mounts. Like, let folks earn the stuff. That's just cosmetic stuff. It's not the old gladiator mounts. You know, it's not huge prestige thing. It's just different vicious mounts. You might as well let people earn them. You know, give people more incentive to PvP in general. Bye, Mage. Oh, I don't think I got him quite off. However, Cheeky, cheeky capture by me. Oh, you love to see it. It's mine. Oh, that mage will be so upset because you could tell that's what they were trying to do when they got there. It's worth the frame rate drop there. Okay, now can we fly over to the blacksmith in time? Give me my mount, please. I need that.
Too far away.
I'm a coming, friend. Get out of it. Just bring him down. Just bring him down. It's not worth it. There we go. Okay. Go back to the lumber mill, I suppose. Fierce fighting on the farm as well. Where are you going? We need the lumber. Oh, that may just come back for revenge. Can't with the healer here. Oh, I split them, but not in a good way. No. Oh no, friend went flying. They went flying. That's good. I went flying. Ah! Oh, Link. Cabbage. I Mage, the Magiest, today. Still fighting the lumber. Oh, they got it. What's the farm doing? Yeah, go and assist with that. Oh my god. Bad, 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 and upset it. Why's not being taken right now? Well, the blacksmith's going to come out of it in a moment. Yep. Gonna be the stealth detection. Click it. Click it faster. How many at the gold mine? How many? One. Two. Three.
I need a target.
Oh, that poor paladin got that poor me. I'm sorry, friend. I tried to come and help. It appears I didn't do too much other than delay the inevitable. Oh. It's not over, but it's looking like a wash. They get ahead on the next set of points again. Yeah, and we're not even getting the farm. many are on here fighting it? Too many. If there's that many of them here, we need to go and grab others. Oh! I altered my time. Back to the fight by mistake. That's not good. Stop me, zombies. And somehow we still lost 3. With how many of their team at the farm? 5? 6? Individuals and everyone dead. Sadness. Oh, we might as well help him here. Give me your heals. Considering in Blitz today, we've lost like enough games to go down by like 30 points or more. And in solo shuffle, we've like, you know, we've not won every round, but it's already made so much. Again, it's just frustrating. Let's see again. Gross. Get off me. Blah.
Too far away.
Let the peaceful tones of the Isle of Dawn soothe the PvP nerves. Up to the bit where it sounds like The Hobbit. The early days of the Shire in the Fellowship, that lovely, lovely piece. Isn't that better? Let's all take a deep breath. Ignore the vicious wolves. Get out of the dangerous honey field. And instead, do some herbalism and some mining. Some gentle activities to remind us that everything is okay. Alright. I was only being half satirical. That does help a little bit. No. No. Garbage. Miss it all. Sadness. Same again. Much more reasonable. Even if it gives sod all. You're just lush, you're not. No. More plants. More. Chopped package. Oh, it's warband completed. Never mind. Hey, player housing. Let me build a house here in Rambleshire. Or at the very least, let me have its soundtrack. Mind you, as we said, the local wildlife, you walk out your door in the morning and there's just a load of these murderous flying stingray. attacking your stone sheep. And all the thunderous stuff that happens on the mountain above. Not the hardest living in the World of Warcraft, but certainly something to contend with. Plenty of worse places in Azeroth. Elven Forest would be alright if there weren't so many, like, bandits still. Everywhere. All the time. And you're right next to Stormwind. You've a load of the guard always patrolling, so it's probably okay. All it takes is one group of cutthroats, though, and goodbye family, hello D&D trophy backstory. We're all done in by bandits, and now I'm on a mission of revenge.
There's treasure nearby, and that means treasure hunters.
Alright, Ruffius.
Watch your back.
Is that heading to PvP Island? Let's get up the tree line. I might be able to grab it. And maybe there's nobody about. No, it's already landed. No chance if there's anybody nearby. It is on free-for-all spot though, which does make people attack each other even if they're on the same faction. Except the Horde, of course, because they actually, you know... Oh, it was one person. I'm thinking about it, Paladin. I'm thinking about it. So far away. I mean, it'd be pretty broken if you had anything that could get you to them faster. Like, do a certain amount of... Get 20k of these bloody tokens and then teleport near to a chest. At least then it would encourage an outright free-for-all. That might actually be a fun idea. Although, again, server population would just dictate that fight. Whichever faction had more on your specific set of server shards would suddenly show up in force like a Protoss army just phasing in.
Too far away.
Bone the plant. Good job, elementals. Ah. What I get for mocking things. Three. Why are you like this? How are we doing? About 3 or 4 minutes over. And we on. About time for one more. Don't know if the brawl will pop there. Like, brawls can be anywhere from the potential average all the way up to like hours. So this cooking one seems to be a little better. At least the most we've had. And it actually works, so that's a plus, but... Hello, Bones. Thank you for the stuff. How much honor am I sat on at the moment? Oh, what a good ways off getting another socket. Don't do this, goals. Right. Ride bird. Still wish fishing gave XP for alts, and then I'd actually do more fishing. As it stands, because like flying around just gathering stuff when we were leveling just was so much quicker. Alright, we do this one, then we do the shuffle, then we'll probably call it for the day. Let's see how we go.
Welcome to the Great Pandaren Chili Championship. This year, the Noble Alliance faces off against the Mighty Horde.
They're one of those food things.
The first kitchen that gathers enough
I
ingredients
don't have one if
to
there
make
is.
their chili wins. Let the cooking begin.
Right, to the squash. We've just got to get our number higher than theirs. Then we hold this point. It's doable. Go on, Jim. You love a good standard name. Keep them separated from the healer. It'd be easy to run off and try and farm more, but we do need to win the fights on here.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
We're not quite there. It's happening again. No, we're trying, Warlock.
That's sure to give it some flavor. The aroma of simmering chili.
Not enough time. We're pretty ahead, though.
Careful not to let it
For
burn.
now. How many have we got on there? 3 flanks coming in. I should probably get up to help. I can probably land on this horde individual right underneath me, though. Surprise! I said get slowed. I said slow.
Careful not to let it burn. The aroma of simmering chili.
No. Drop it. Oh, it's a healer with a healer helping them. There is no victory here. There is no stopping them. Can make it as annoying as feasibly possible, though. Oh, you clever bugger.
Careful not to let it burn.
Oh, the enemy team are just camping ours again. Where'd you come from?
That's sure to give it some flavor.
They're still managing to cap it, which is surprising. Cyclone doesn't heal me, yet Sheep heals them.
Some flavor.
Feel like that should probably change, right?
The aroma of simmering chili.
There you go. We can keep the hill.
Careful not to let it burn.
Oh, warrior! Don't tap target to retreat. Bench is mine. How much reflected back at me?
That's sure to give give it some flavor.
Oh, right, the spear in the ground, which means I get stuck. Warrior, please. I'm trying to understand what's happening on the battlefield. I'm just getting lost. Sure, we'll take one of them random battleground potions. Why not? We're ahead enough now where just getting away and grabbing one thing will be enough. Even if we don't control the hill at the moment. Nothing spawns there though.
Sure to give it some flavor.
And in that field. Carrot? Question mark? Oh yeah, but it's a long way to take the carrot.
That's sure to give it some flavor.
Got to run me carrot all the way up the hill. Mind that rabbit.
The Alliance's chili is really coming along. It just needs a
Oh,
few
could it
more
be?
ingredients.
The wind! One can dream. Mirror image. Shield again. No, warrior. No, get frozen. Barrier for everyone. Let me pass! Stone form!
Careful not to let it burn.
Very upsetty, warrior. Very upsetty.
The Alliance wins. This chili is superb. I have to learn this recipe.
Wait, how on earth? Oh, Jim, look at Jim. Did so much work. Happy with my damage, but Nomi's grocery tote. And what on earth is that game? Some Kultiran fish? That must have come in battle for Azeroth. Teleport to the nearest fishing node in Kultiris and Zandalar. That surely can't work from here, right? In the wrong zone. Okay, okay. Wild. I mean, I don't really have room for them. I have room in the war bank, but I don't just want to fill it up with old stuff. Otherwise, my main would empty out their bank. Alright, just the solo shuffle left then. And we'll call it for the morning. Please work. Hooray, the portal just vanished and there incurs a 12-hour cooldown. Curse you, crystal node. Give me hope and then you strip it away. Continue on our gathering. Might do a little profession stuff off stream on the Saturday just to relax too. Potentially. We'll see. Again, this evening we'll be back at the usual time, 6 PM with our evening game stream. We're still going through Mark of the Ninja. Very much enjoying it. A lot better on the second session than I did on the first.
The unbounded
I can be stealthy, a little bit. A lot of fun. And then at midnight this evening, it's the Game Awards, so I'll be staying up for it, hence the lack of a stream in the morrow. Very excited to see. Again, I'd love for you folks to come join me. Have a hangout, watch along together, see how it goes, see if there's any crazy announcements. See who wins what. And I know there's all the controversy with Elden Ring potentially winning this Game of the Year, but I'd love to see Balatro. I haven't played it yet, but I love roguelikes and have a real soft spot for card games. So if it won, I'd just be overjoyed. And so many people would be so very salty about the whole thing. Again, not to say Bellatrix doesn't deserve it. I get the feeling that if I played that game, it would consume me. So I'm kind of... I'll probably, if it goes on sale for Christmas for pretty cheap, I'll probably pick it up and then it'll just be in the backlog. Again, we have a few games to get through into January. Then Eternal Strands, which I'm guessing as an RPG will probably take the month leading into February. Then we got Avowed and Monster Hunter Wilds, so Bellatrix may have to be after those. But again, I'd love to give it a go. I know I'd like it, even if regular cards don't interest me. All the stuff it does, from what I've heard, seen, seems delightful. Oh, curse you, despawning nodes. Excuse me, are you... Is that on it? Oh no, it's up. Very confused by the storm here. It's another easy one. Oh, from a distance. Now what easy ma... As I was saying, now what easy mine? I have the high ground. Sure, 2 iron. Give them more. Like, dear God. Make it worth my time. When it takes longer to mine them as well, there's the option to be blown up. Maybe I'm still salty from launch day, where I ran over to one of those on the Paladin, overloaded it for, oh, it's going to blow up. Well then, I'll just hit my bubble shield and be immune to all damage. And then it blew through my shield and I was just a flaming set of boots. Very silly, very funny. But I will have my vengeance. Let's curse them forever. Morning, AJ. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you got the flu, bub. A lot of it going around and bouncing around. It's gone around this house several times. I'm here for one more battle, so I will try and entertain you when the queue pops. Again, keep yourself hydrated. Have some meds if you haven't already. And I hope you get better soon, bub. We wait for the queue. 16 minutes over the average time. Give me. At least there is a new patch next week. New content to be diving into. Should tide us over for a good while. I'm very excited to get into new story stuff and to read quest texts again and do silly voices. Nope, too many mobs to deal with. Can't be bothered. Moving on.
There's a cache of resources nearby.
Oh, he's tempting me again.
Before you have to fight over.
Right, if it's just that one horde paladin in this zone, I can take them. Or I can turn them into a sheep. It's fine, either way. Aye, fair enough, bub. You take it steady. And hopefully it dies down for you sooner rather than later. Again, we got one more on the docket before I head off for the morning. Oh no. Alright, 1v1. Nope. 2. Down. Okay, I just need to dismount him. Yeah. Aha! Gotcha! Wall! Oh no. No. Not that, just have it. For the Alliance! There's too many free. To be on a server where the numbers were even. I don't think it exists. There's probably some servers where it's a lot closer. Server shards, rather than just the individual. But alas, for me, it's always been outnumbered. Sadness. Smoke bloody helicopter. Question is anyone waiting around to pillage me corpse? Wait for it. There could always be a rogue. Oh, we're in the clear. We're off. Back to gathering. And we're looking Q. Not fantastic. At least that's giving you some variety when you're playing one of your favourites over an hour. I'm sure I must have played the board game at some point, but it's been a long ass time. There we are. Have a swig of his beverage. Now a very, very cold tea. Oh, make sure you're doing the same. Under the root and it vanished. Bit more bismuth. Come on, Q. Just one more game. It'll be crazy if by the end of today, Solo Shuffle has caught up to Blitz. I need to do something about that. Again, I can't give it a full critique yet until I see where in that 1500 to 1800 range, if Solo Shuffle ends up becoming the same level of crawl Blitz does, but it'll take another few weeks to find out. And even with the Siren Isle coming, I'll still try and make a day for some PvP. Because my ult can just go to the Isle and farm up whatever resources there. Fire bricks or something. Fire symbols. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But it's account wide. Or at least account transferable with no tax. Lots of ore and things in the other PvP zone. You'll see the quest for in the world pop up for this one as often as the one on the other side. It's still a nice place to fight, you just don't see fights breaking out that often. It's not like the Burning Crusade ones, which were these map objectives where you would have map-wide buffs for the faction. Kind of constantly kept it in flux. Again, I think the reason they pulled back on some of that is just the imbalanced nature of it. But things would be more balanced if people were encouraged to, PvP and fight more. Especially with folks playing War Mode, even if they don't really PvP, just because the bonus XP for leveling so very nice. Maybe you could set it so if you walked into one of those free-for-all zones, it would, I don't know, scale you up a little bit, encourage you to actually fight. Mind you, we've seen scaling be balked before, so might be a risk they didn't want to take. I mean, I'm more disking than I am hoverboarding, AJ. But yes, this is my flaming mage disc. our class order hall mount from a prior expansion that I was happy to go and get during some of these queue times. Every class has a different one. Mages get this disc. Paladins have like a shiny, glowy, holy horse. Shamans get an elemental, which can be like big and stormy or cloudy. Hunters get a wolf wyvern, which is really cool, like that one a lot. Priests get this strange owl-looking thing. Can't quite explain it. It's weird. It's like a long owl. Right? You know how like an owl bear in D&D is very like wide and squat? Imagine just very thin, like one of them sausage dogs, but an owl. Very bizarre. Demon Hunter get a demon with some armor on it. Death Knights get a big old frosty undead dragon. Warriors get like this proto-drake covered in armor. Some very good stuff. There are other like hoverboardy style mounts though. I know in the next patch there is actually another hoverboard getting added. Like goblin style with like steampunk turbines on the back. There was another one where I can't remember where you got it from, but hang on. Let me see if I go board. Nope, that's boar. Try hover. Nope, that's a flying basket. That's not quite the same. Somewhere near the bottom, probably. Let me have a look. That's an alien spaceship. Bird. Frog. Maybe one of these mechanical ones, right? It's a load of Mechagon parts that I never went and got. Rockets, eel, nope. Cat. Hang on, I want to go flying, don't I? We're just waiting in queue anyway, gross bug. Won't be that. Flying foxes. More flying foxes. Bees. More bees. Vengeance. Oh, that was Sylvanus' mount. Undead Dragonhawk. Big chin dragon. Where are we? It also might not be collectible anymore, the one that's in the game at the moment. We got another disc. A little harder to show off in there. Boat. I will find this thing, if it still exists. Mech. There's a few different mechs these days. Wait. That's a quest? I thought that was a drop from the Awakening the Machine. I'll have to look at that sometime. Mouse. That's pirate. Oh, big death elemental. Flying book. Oh. A Tour of Towers. Complete every unique challenge available at the Mage Tower during Legion time walking. During Legion time walking? I thought it was available the whole time now, Mage Tower. I did a few of them on my Paladin back in the day. I haven't checked what the actual rewards are, if they're recolors or if it is just that spellbook. That's the answer now. They're pretty tough fights. Went back to look on my Paladin. Absolutely did me in. Mainly because I couldn't remember any of the mechanics, it had been so long. I will find a hoverboard somewhere. I'm not lying, it does exist. Jellyfish. Oh. Mayhaps another day. I'm finding mechs. Fancy raptor. Kite? That's almost a hoverboard. I mean, it's not, it's a kite, but you know. Oh, that's one of the steady flight only mounts. Interesting. Flying carpet, you know, we're almost there, just different themes. Robot head. It must be around here somewhere. Again, unless it's no longer available. Well, that one's for the Awakening Machine Cat. Where on earth is that quest then for the other one? I thought I'd done all the quests on my main. This map was for like a really long puzzle quest in the last expansion that I never did. I wonder if that's still doable either. Yeah, I know it is very Martin McFly, the one I'm thinking of, but we've not found it. I'm sorry, AJ. One day I will show you. In the next patch, there's another one coming. That will be easier. Alright, what have we got? We have a Windwalker Monk and a Disc Priest. Set focus to the DPS so I see who they're hitting. Then we have Rep Paladin, Havoc Demon Hunter, and a Holy Priest. Alright, let's see if we can have this last set be at least a win or a draw. Quick stretch. Oh, swig of beverage. Monk on a very old and rare mount. Ye old invincible. Arthas's horse. Undead, can fly. Very sought after, even today. Very low drop chance. Even if you spend a few times a week trying to farm it. Alright, shields up. And invisible. Oh, right, Demon Hunters have Spectral Sight. I completely forgot. No wonder they've been finding me this whole time. Blocked me when I was trying to wall him off. Put him down, do that. Don't quite need to ice block just yet. Ah, the priest got around. Ice block now. Oh, the master spell, you cheeky beggar. Keep him away from me. Get me back to the other side. Bloody cocoon of life. The sheep. Come back, keep chucking fireballs. Pray to every god. Dead. Damn it. Right. Shuffle though. Jump show around the different teams. Till everybody's fought against everyone. And it sees where you average out. But after that first match, everybody knows I'll be squishy. Which means I'm very likely now to be targeted every match. Demon Hunter can just see me, so I just need to keep lining a sight in him. No, I am in the wrong direction. Good gods! The healer got tagged. my butt! I'd love to know when I'm supposed to sheep game. Nope, not there. I know I can try and bait it out more, but where's the time? Ow. More damage, more damage. So the longer a battle goes on, the more dampened healing becomes. So at some point, the inevitable will happen. Got to keep heading for my healer. Did he get cocooned again? God damn it.
I need a target.
Yep, there's Cauterize. There it goes. Ugh. Like, I don't know what the answer is there for me other than get bodied. What was that achievement that popped? Complete 50 rounds of it. Now, I don't know how to line of sight them while keeping my healer in sight. That's the problem that I'm running into. At least for the Demon Hunter here. These two can't see me. I thought I'd baited it out there. Evidently not. I don't know if Big Holy Ball is a good thing or a bad thing. Master spell. Beep, and they were straight out of it again. I can't do enough slows and stopping. Dealing of spells. Absolutely not enough time to shift in power of all things. Nope, I am the target for this shuffle round. And I'm not even taking like glass cannon or anything, I'm just squishy wizard. I need to remember to set focus to my DPS so I know who they're fighting. Like, that's obscene. Hey, at least I didn't die. So much burst. This Demon Hunter's insane. Very fancy outfit as well, making use of some of the heritage armor and some fancy shoulder pads. The Illidan glasses. I think it's some Arden Wield stuff. It's very nice. Then rides on the mechanical bloody Strider. Oh dear. One win for me though. Very, very upsetting. Still. We're living, we'll learn. Going. Hey, we got one. So. It'd be nice to get one more so it evens out, but it's not looking likely. That Demon Hunter just does so much damage. Immediately. Oh, nasty stun. Desperately trying to do some ground control and it is not doing goddamn garbage all. Damage not catching there. But even so, a defeat with 2 was plus 180? Oh. Still 52 conquest. It's comparable with the other one. Really comparable with Blitz, especially for the time you put in. Alright, let me fly back to Donegal. I'll call it there for the morning. Gotta ditch all my stuff. Yeah, it's nearly already above where Blitz was, which is wild. Absolutely wild.
Moss walls play a vital role in the upkeep of Donegal.
I'm good, Merrick's. I've helped out your damn sheep enough. Let me bob everything into the war bank.
My directive is to serve you.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, didn't need to put that pickaxe in there. Come back. Where have you gone? There. And just slap the old stuff in the old bank. There we go. What else am I missing? One bit of knowledge. Sell me junk to good old Garib and Tarib.
My directive is to serve.
Thank you, Garib. Very kind. Alright then, folks. With that, I'll say thank you very much for watching. For all of you who've come along live, those who'll watch later, cheers for giving me your time. If you enjoyed yourselves, hit that like button for me. Help push the content through the algorithm so more folks can come join us, hang out and play some games. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. On the weekdays at 9 AM we're here with World of Warcraft. 6 PM on the evenings we're here with other games. We'll be back tonight with Mark of the Ninja. Good old Stealth Game from the Xbox Live Arcade era. And then we'll be back again at midnight for the Game Awards if you want to do a little watch along with me. And the VOD and everything else we've played will be right here on the channel in that playlist section for you to binge to your heart's content. So until next time folks, much love, take care, and bye bye.